If you woke up this morning feeling fine, be careful, because over 70% of strokes in adults over 60 happen quietly, right after a night that seemed perfectly normal. No pain, no warning, just a slight dizziness, a stumble, or a sentence that suddenly doesn't make sense. As a cardiologist with over 40 years of experience, I can tell you, this is not aging. This is the result of small daily habits silently damaging your brain and blood vessels. And the scariest part? 95% of my patients had no idea they were living wrong, starting with their very first bite of the day. In this video, I'll reveal 5 simple doctor-recommended habits that can dramatically reduce your risk of stroke and memory loss without adding more pills. It all begins with how you start your morning.
Your day could be shaping your brain and arteries more than you realize. Stroke risk doesn't start in the ER, it starts in your kitchen. For decades, I've asked seniors with heart issues or memory fog, what did you have for breakfast? The usual answers, white toast, cereal, nothing at all, tell me a lot. If you're over 60, your breakfast can either nourish your brain or quietly inflame it. Let's begin where your day begins, at the breakfast table, because the first bite of the day matters more than you think. Why? Chronic inflammation is the silent trigger behind stroke, high blood pressure, and memory loss. It's fueled by blood sugar spikes, oxidative stress, and poor vascular health, often without symptoms. That's why I teach every patient the anti-inflammatory breakfast, a simple, powerful way to protect your heart and brain. Omega-3s from chia seeds, flax seeds, walnuts. Reduce inflammation, boost clarity. Polyphenols from berries, blueberries, raspberries. Protect your blood-brain barrier, enhance memory. A Harvard study showed seniors who ate berries 3 times a week had 32% lower stroke risk. Whole oats contain beta-glucan to lower bad cholesterol and stabilize sugar levels. Quick recipe: half cup oats, half banana, half cup berries, 1 tablespoon chia, handful of walnuts, cinnamon. Optional Greek yogurt. In 5 minutes, you've built a stroke-fighting breakfast that fuels your brain and gut, naturally. What to avoid? Instant oatmeal packs, hidden sugars, processed meats like bacon and sausage, artery-stiffening nitrates, fruit juices, no fiber, glucose bomb. This is where natural stroke prevention begins, by reducing inflammation before it damages your blood vessels. My challenge: try this breakfast 3 times this week. Notice your energy, clarity, and mood by mid-morning. That's not placebo, that's healing from within. What do you usually eat for breakfast? Which part of this recipe will you try? Share below. Your comment might inspire someone else to change their morning and their life. When was the last time you drank water? Not out of habit, but with intention. Because how you hydrate could protect your brain as much as any pill. If breakfast sets your metabolism, hydration sets your circulation. And if you're over 60, that rhythm matters more than ever. Here's what I tell every patient. Dehydration thickens blood. Thick blood forms clots. Clots cause strokes. Most seniors think they drink enough, but I've seen the signs of silent dehydration: dizziness, brain fog, irregular pressure, even mini strokes. A study in Stroke Journal found over 60% of stroke patients were dehydrated when they arrived at the ER. Why? As we age, thirst weakens, but your cells are still thirsty. Without water, oxygen drops, toxins build up, inflammation rises. That's a direct hit to your brain and heart. What's the fix? Routine, not reaction. Here's my simple hydration plan. 1 glass right after waking, 1 glass 30 minutes before each meal, 1 mid-afternoon glass before energy dips. That's 5 glasses a day minimum. It supports blood flow, kidneys, and mental clarity. And never wait until bedtime. Nighttime dehydration is a hidden stroke trigger. Watch out for sugar. It silently worsens dehydration. Sugary snacks, bottled teas, even healthy yogurts pull water from your cells and raise inflammation. Instead, choose herbal teas or infused waters: lemon, mint, cucumber, rooibos, chamomile, ginger. They support your kidneys, calm your nerves, and nourish your heart without a single side effect. So, let me ask, when did you last drink water for your heart, not just thirst? Confusion, headache, a stumble. These are your body's early dehydration alarms. You don't need more meds. You need consistency. You need water with purpose. Which part of your routine will you adjust this week? Let us know in the comments. You might inspire someone else to reclaim energy and clarity.
Let's talk about something small but powerful: salt. The goal isn't always to eat less, it's to choose better. After 40 years treating seniors, I've learned most people don't need to cut salt. They need to switch the kind they use. Refined table salt, 97% sodium chloride, may look harmless, but in excess, it stiffens arteries, spikes blood pressure, and disrupts brain-heart communication. Now, here's the good news. Natural sea salts, like Himalayan pink or Celtic gray, contain only around 30% sodium chloride. The rest are minerals your body needs. Magnesium keeps vessels flexible. Potassium clears excess sodium. Calcium stabilizes nerve signals. Together, they support your heart's rhythm and your brain's sharpness. But here's the bigger problem. It's not just the salt on your food. It's the hidden salt in packaged products. Canned soups, salad dressings, deli meats, frozen dinners, breakfast cereals, even so-called healthy snacks. In fact, 70% of sodium intake comes from processed foods. So I don't just say, eat less sodium. I say, upgrade your salt. Here's how. Swap table salt for sea salt. Start small, your taste will adapt. Cook with herbs like garlic, turmeric, rosemary, lemon juice. Roast veggies, bake with spices. Commit to 1 low-sodium, whole food meal a day. Still unsure? Every 10 millimeters mercury drop in systolic pressure cuts stroke risk by 27%. Cutting 1,000 milligrams of sodium daily can lower pressure by 5 to 6 points, no meds needed. This habit is often overlooked but incredibly powerful because salt damage is silent until it's not. So, let me ask, have you checked sodium on your healthy soup? Tried sea salt instead of table salt? If not, this week's your chance. Just one new seasoning habit, one small change for your brain and your independence. Mini checklist: swapped table salt for sea salt, cooking 1 low-sodium meal a day.
What you do after a meal matters more than most people think. Just 10 minutes of movement can transform your metabolism, brain clarity, and even your sleep. Here's the problem. After eating, especially carbs, your blood sugar rises. As we age, those spikes become sharper, last longer, and if you sit still after a meal, sugar stays in your bloodstream longer. The result? Inflammation, oxidative stress, damage to your brain's blood vessels. Do that daily, and you raise your risk of stroke, memory decline, and poor nighttime blood pressure. But there's good news. A study in diabetology found that 10 minutes of gentle walking after a meal can cut post-meal blood sugar by up to 22%. That's real prevention. No pills, no gym. Here's how to start. After breakfast, lunch, or dinner, just move. Stroll around your kitchen. Step in place while tidying. Walk your hallway or porch. Even seated marches or gentle dancing help. Why it works? Activates muscles to absorb sugar, improves blood flow to the brain, lowers blood pressure, calms the nervous system, supports deeper sleep, especially after dinner. Some seniors say, "But doc, I can't walk far." You don't have to. Even small, joyful movement, arm swings, chair steps, music sways can help. Make it a ritual. Walk with your spouse. Call a friend. Play your favorite song. It's not about exercise. It's about guiding your blood sugar and reminding your body we're not done yet. So what do you usually do after dinner? This week, try 10 minutes of movement instead. It might help your brain more than any supplement. Mini checklist. I walk after dinner. I don't sit immediately after eating.
Let's end where deep healing begins, in your sleep. Because while you rest, your brain is working, cleansing, restoring, and rewiring itself. But only if you give it the right conditions. You've heard, "I'll sleep when I'm dead." As someone who's treated stroke survivors for 40+ years, I'll tell you, missing sleep can bring that day sooner. 1 in 4 strokes happen during sleep or early morning. Why? Because sleep isn't passive. It's your body's repair time. During healthy sleep, blood pressure dips, your arteries rest. The brain flushes toxins like beta amyloid linked to memory loss. Cortisol drops, calming inflammation. Focus and emotion centers recharge. But poor sleep does the opposite. Inflammation rises. Blood sugar destabilizes. Cortisol surges at night. And stroke risk grows even if total hours seem enough. A neurology study of 30,000+ adults found irregular sleep-wake times increase stroke risk by 22% regardless of how long you sleep. And here's a hidden saboteur: caffeine after 2 p.m. As we age, caffeine lingers longer, raising heart rate, disrupting sleep stages, and narrowing vessels overnight. How to fix it? Follow this 5-step routine. Same bedtime and wake time daily. Stabilizes your internal clock. No caffeine after lunch. Switch to chamomile, lemon balm, rooibos. Unplug 1 hour before bed. Stretch, pray, journal, or listen to soft music. Use warm lighting. Blue light blocks melatonin. Eat lighter at night. No heavy or sugary meals after 7 p.m. Let me be clear. No supplement can replace what sleep does for your heart and brain. This is when your arteries heal, your neurons recharge, and your memory rewires. So tonight ask, what's one small shift I can make for deeper, more consistent sleep? Because in the quiet of sleep, your body begins to rebuild. Mini checklist. I sleep and wake up at the same time daily. I avoid caffeine after lunch.
Before we finish, here's one final habit. Simple, quiet, yet profoundly powerful. Every Sunday evening, take just 3 minutes to do this. Write down 3 things you're grateful for and 3 healthy habits you practiced. Why does this matter? Because gratitude is brain medicine. It boosts dopamine, lowers cortisol, and strengthens memory and emotional balance. Even handwriting matters. It activates more brain regions than typing. One of my patients, Barbara, 74, told me, "I didn't think writing a few lines would help, but now I remember what I did right." That pride keeps me going. So this Sunday, grab a pen.
3 gratitudes, 3 small wins. That's it. It costs nothing, but strengthens clarity, confidence, and calm.
You've now discovered 5 daily habits that can reduce stroke risk naturally, lower blood pressure, improve memory and focus, restore your control over aging. These aren't trends. They're timeless, science-backed principles. Anti-inflammatory breakfast. Start your day healing, not inflaming. Hydration as medicine. Thin your blood and fuel your brain. Switch to sea salt. Add minerals, reduce pressure. Walk after meals. Balance sugar and boost clarity. Sleep to heal. Let your brain and heart repair overnight. Bonus, a 3-minute gratitude ritual because memory thrives on reflection. You don't need all 5 today. Just start with 1. Healing begins with consistency, not perfection.
Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which habit will you try this week? Water before meals? A walk after dinner? 3 wins on Sunday? Comment below. I read every one. Your story may inspire someone else to start healing too. If you want more doctor-backed tips for seniors, delivered with heart, stay tuned. Remember, you may not control aging, but you do control your habits, and habits are where healing begins.